find Atlanta. Jermaine Dupri, of course, very, very popular R&B, rap, top 40 producer. Found So Def Records. Now he's backed at that time by Columbia Records. Major label money here. He releases the song Functified by Da Brat. Pretty big hit that interpolates. It doesn't sample. It replays the Isley Brothers. Unlike Notorious Big, who samples it. So there's a potential for a higher profit margin. Well, he also takes an interest in Miami bass and releases a compilation called the So Def Bass All-Stars, recruiting Danny D to produce, who moves up to Atlanta for a period. So Def finds a bass hit with a song called My Boo, the idea that you take the Planet Rock formula of the beat and you take R&B music as it's well established in the mid-90s and you put it together with Miami bass and release it. And it becomes a major hit. It shifts the formula of Miami bass. It minimizes it. It reduces it. Profit margins get larger, especially when backed by Columbia Records. In 1997, Georgia continues with this with Freak Nasty, who releases Da Dip. Again, no samples, just one keyboard, one straight, fairly simple beat, and a charismatic rapper. So Da Dip becomes another one-hit wonder. The issue with these one-hit wonders is who takes them seriously? For those of us who idolize turntablism and edits and SP1200 tricks and so forth, we didn't have that. It was gone. With these songs, you get hit records, but at what cost? Miami bass is now seen as a joke, the butt of all jokes. That's not to diminish what the people intended to do artistically. They may have had a real agenda. I never want to take that away from them. But it was damaging the reputation of an innovative music. That's just fact. It just did. We became the butt of all jokes. 1998, I think it reaches a hilt. B-Rock and the Biz released a song called My Baby Daddy. And this may be the death knell. We suddenly find that people are embarrassed about the music. People are saying that this is a music that represents the worst of our culture. This is Jerry Springer set to a beat. And that was disheartening. That was disheartening to hear. I had certainly moved on, and I think many artists that I've interviewed over the years had moved on well before My Baby Daddy had hit as a one-hit wonder. But that's not to say Miami bass died. It's not to say people stopped on the formula. In 1999, Chuck Smoove released his version of Who Let the Dogs Out. Now I have to wonder, where did he get that idea? How did he hear it? It didn't hit, but when I heard it, it was disheartening. I didn't earn a whole lot of money off of recording that in 1992. I'm not saying he earned a lot of money, but I really don't understand. Well, that's okay, because Anselm Douglas had already taken it to Trinidad and had a hit with it in the islands in 1998. And when the Baja Men went to S-Curve Records and said, how can we have a hit? What do we need to do to have a hit in America? The owner of S-Curve Records said, cover Anselm's song, Who Let the Dogs Out. Anselm's song. Well, they did. And that's the reason why everyone watching this movie knows that song. When the Baja Men decided to cover that in the year 2000 and brought it back home to the United States, the song became one of the biggest songs of the past 20, 30 years from when we're filming this. And I got a call one day from Brett Hammock, Be Nasty. He said, I hear our song on the radio. I said, that's okay. I've heard our song on the radio many times. That's all right. I like that they're still playing it. He said, no, someone else is doing it. I said, Brett, we have to get honest with ourselves. Are you sure we wrote that song? He said, yeah. I said, Well, we based it on Base Patrol, the mad scientists. What were they saying? He said, I never knew. I said, I didn't either. What if we'd actually did say who let the dogs out?